For us as Christians, we're all about the Paschal mystery. Paschal mystery is the death and resurrection of Christ. It's what we celebrate most beautifully at Easter. But every Sunday is a mini resurrection. Every Sunday, the church gathers to celebrate the resurrection of Christ from the dead. And we see the Paschal mystery play out in nature as we see nature go through the cycles of rebirth, life, death, surrender to the snows of winter, only to come back again in the beauty of spring. We see it in our own lives as we move from birth to death in the trajectory of our existence. We see it so often in particular experiences of our lives, where we do something for a while and suddenly that comes to an end, and then we're called to surrender that and embrace something new. So that whole idea of life, death, resurrection is patterned into our DNA and into the life of the world. But all of it is simply foreshadowing and a participation in the death and resurrection of Christ as the ultimate meaning of human history. So when we celebrate the Eucharist, we enter into the Paschal mystery of Christ. And the Eucharist for us is the consummation of the marriage between Christ and his bride. So we see there Christ fully expressing his love for us, speaking his word of life and salvation to us, inviting us to enter into his death and resurrection, and then feeding us with his body and blood. Pretty amazing things for 57 minutes on a Sunday morning. So when you think about it, God gives us 168 hours of life a week. 7 times 24. I think I got the math right. We get 168 hours of life a week. God asks for 1 hour of those 168 back to give him thanks and praise, to enter into the sacrifice of Jesus, and to remember the sacred action of the Lord. He fills us with gifts for that hour. So to hold back 1 hour from the Lord of life, who has given me 168 hours, how can I do that? So it's a pretty good deal. I get to live for another 168. God asks for 1 hour back, and then he fills my life with graces beyond measure. So if there's somebody in your life that has fallen away from going to Mass, talk to them, invite them to Mass with you, share with them what Mass means to you. And ultimately for us, it's the living participation of Jesus Christ and his saving death and resurrection. For me, Mass keeps Jesus from being simply the pious memory of someone who lived 2,000 years ago. Because in the living, real presence of the Eucharist, this same Jesus Christ abides not only in the tabernacles of our churches, but comes to dwell in the tabernacle of our hearts. And that makes all the difference.